Radio, let's see what we got here. Well, it sounded like some kind of sound coming through. Let's make sure the source is correct. Very good. Nicely, nicely. Okay, this seems to be working. I got the playback. Well, that's a little low res. Just adjusting my little Android tablet here, so I get some idea what the picture's doing. Not bad. See what happy Firefox has to say. Not much. I'll kind of put that out of the way. Got that in. This is working fine. So yeah. Over the weekend, the upgrade from 2210 to 2204 was made available to my little machine, so did a backup, of course, beforehand, and let her rip. And the initial result, I was a little disappointed. I kind of had this sneaking suspicion that I was going to have to go to a different base because, you know, suddenly things in the open box environment were no longer working. But turns out that you have to re-initialize some Perl subroutines, facilities, whatever the heck they are. It's a little magic command you can see down in the description. Can I see it down in the description? Oh, there it is. How nice. Yeah, sudo cpanm linux DesktopFiles something or other. Apparently that's something that makes Perl generate a bunch or go and fetch a bunch of stuff that it needs. And then obmenu-generator started working again, so all was well. Let's see, the only other oddity that I recall at the moment was Mousepad being a little peculiar. You know, it had a header bar kind of like you see here on disks, which apparently is hello, the other one. There it is. Okay. Which apparently is something to do with client-side decorations. I guess that's something so that things stuck inside snaps or whatever have some kind of default look and feel, although they never make it clear how you actually go and set that default look and feel, so you end up with something that looks kind of primitive because it didn't have anything to indicate when it had focus or didn't have focus. Let me see, does this one do that? So let's see if if I switch focus to Firefox, yeah, you see this, nothing changes in the header bar, the color of the title doesn't change, nothing. And I use Mousepad a lot. That's kind of why I built Ubuntu on a Ubuntu core base, because it's a lot of Ubuntu utilities that I like. I like the way Thunar works. I like Mousepad. So if we bring up just plain Mousepad here, now we got it so it's using, the general settings so that when it loses focus, it looks like it lost focus. So nice little things like that. But fortunately, a little Googling around, I found this helpful little article with basically how to override that new default that Mousepad has. So we got it behaving politely. Anyway, again, that's linked in the description if this is something any of you nice folks happen to run into. It was annoying. So let's close a couple tabs here. Interesting. Oh, that looks good. Again, that can go down. So, while we're sitting around here, oh, what else is going on? Oh, OBS. Let's go look at settings in OBS. There's a comment under, I guess it was Monday's English Bob stream. Somehow I missed that entirely. Probably unconscious or something. Yeah. Well, okay, you can't show you this while it's actually running, but trust me, he said. Once you enable, install ffmpeg just from the straight Ubuntu repositories, suddenly the nvenc encoder option becomes available here. Of course, it's not going to let you fiddle with that while you're actually running a stream, but it's in there. So apparently that has something to do with partly how OBS is compiled and very much how ffmpeg is compiled. And on straight Debian ffmpeg, it does not have the feature enabled that says, hey, go look for NVIDIA stuff. So, okay. Whereas the Ubuntu default ffmpeg does. So, I tried it out, just doing recordings, and it doesn't seem to make much difference on my sort of barely adequate hardware. But for somebody with a machine with a bit more grunt, you might get some boost out of using nvenc as opposed to the old x264 running through the CPU. On this little beastie, he's got too much CPU, as evidenced by its tendency to run hot. And I have to actually throttle back the CPU to avoid glitches when running the truck simulators. But apparently I've got enough CPU, even throttled back, to handle the encoding without much difficulty. So I'm going to stick with that, which means I don't have to worry about that facility nvenc not being available with my MX21 setup. But if somebody did want to get MX21 doing that, it might be something to bring up with the nice developers over there on the forum, like, hey, can you look into an FFmpeg that knows how to do NVEG? But as I said, for my purposes, this is fine. It's all right. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Well, there is sound coming from the game. Amazing. Wow. So while I'm just resting here, I'll do a little bit of fiddling with this, I guess. Not much to see here. I tried 144 for a while, but it seems to crash a lot. You know, not in a particularly spectacular fashion, just all of a sudden you're not running Euro Truck Simulator anymore. Oh, okay. And you go back in and basically you can pick up from wherever the last autosave was, which, you know, could be as much as 10 minutes before in gameplay, so that got a little tedious. But I did find out that basically on the base map in both Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, going from 143 to 144, SCS have rewritten about 13-point-something% of the base map. You know, a little over an eighth. That's pretty impressive. So in ETS2, 144 gets you pretty much a redone Austria, plus a few roads leading in and out of it. And on ATS, you got another big chunk of California redone. Again, 13-point-something%. So very impressive. But I will quietly wait, and when it gets into the mainstream, then I'll go to 144. Just seems to be a little more reliable over here on 143. So let me just check my choices here. Wow, I managed to sneak on when nobody was looking. Oh well, at least I'll have an archived recording of this with the information I wanted to mention. So that was different, more so than playing the fun game. Yeah, check those with my my old 100%er profiles. Thinking. Just kind of why I keep them maintained and up to date, because every time they do a transition where they change the map, then you get to see exactly what's different between the old and the new. So let's see, what do we got? Just no damage here, because I get tired of fiddling with that on the 100%er guy. And just a couple, one interface thing, one remove the blockers mod. So okay, let's close that. That's fine. So nothing really to do on this guy until whoops, come on, let me move the cursor. Oh, you don't. Fascinating. Ah, roads explored. Yeah, well, there you go. The last time I ran it was 144, and then I backed it out. So that's what the 100% went down to. 100% went down to was 86.20. So 13.8 new roads in the base map, thanks to the Austria rewrite. Not too shabby. So let's see how the X264 encoding works here. Just see. Where did I leave off? I gotta remember that the sound from the game is not quite so overwhelming on the YouTube as it is in my headphones. Crikey, it's like, how can anyone hear me? Oh, you are getting sleepy. You should find a parking space and rest. Do not be concerned. Whee! Oh, I think I got some Beefarama type engine mod running in here. Maybe a couple. So, let us go find a place to rest in our native soil. Whoops! We are going too fast. Whee! Hello. Hi, neighbor. Ah, a dealership. And Iveco, however that thing is pronounced. I wonder if there's a pronunciation guide online somewhere. Oh, picked the wrong spot. Oh well. Come on. One over. Before you run over. Well, that was going good. No, the other way, dummy. There we go. Yeah, he's definitely a little frisky. Hey, hi, Robert. Dang, I thought I was going to sneak by undetected, but you found me. Just playing with my my box Buntu, which is now on 2204. Yay! Ubuntu base. You are getting tired. Okay. Let's see how we did. Ah, isn't that a lovely little lineup of Ivecos? Right. Lights. Engine. Have a rest. Ooh, nice time in the morning there. So, whoops. Let's see, probably don't need anything here. This profile definitely runs with a no damage mod. So. Oh, a little bit of wear and tear. Okie doke. I think this guy can afford it. Ah. Okay, yeah, let's see. Do a quick one of these. Let's switch over to the desktop here. Yep, me good old box Buntu here. Basically stole a bunch of facilities off of Mio Linux, including a couple of his lovely accessories. I enjoy being able to do this. Just bam, there you go. There's your file browser all set up to go look at the root stuff if you have to. Delightful. Nice and snappy. Oh, while I was experimenting with good old Ubuntu here running OpenBox, I found that, this wonderfully snappy response. Well, guess what? You put some snaps on, and there goes your snappy response. It sits there and it sort of, click and think, click, and okay, maybe now. It was just astonishing. And of course, 2204, you get that default of having a snapified Firefox. Thank you, Mozilla. So I took the approach of, let me see, local, share, getting the, I think it's the GZ file, basically the binary off of Firefox, and just sticking it in my local, home directory here. And this morning it actually went ahead and updated itself from 99 to 100 when I gave it permission to do so. It was lovely. I did that. Go find the help and the about, and under the about it says, oh, we have a new version, let's download it and restart to update. So that was pleasant. For a little toy Ubuntu, just for sentimentality's sake mostly, since I've had an Ubuntu of some flavor since 2008. But for a little toy boot up partition, it's pretty comfy cozy. Quite pleasant. So, you just unpack the thing, load it in there, you set up a link somewhere to this thing. If I go back up, I think a level, let's say local share, yep. So that's basically the executable, which it takes care of updating itself since it's in your own little read-write storage. And then I just made my own little desktop entry. So, not bad. I just pointed at where I put the unpacked binary. And away you go. It's very nice. Most pleasant. So yeah, I guess I could fiddle with the wallpaper here. I was lazy. I got nitrogen. I like having a little interactive. So I resurrected an old wallpaper somewhere from, I think, the transition between XP and Vista, if I recall correctly. In honor of jammy jellyfish. That was actually not bad for however many years ago that was. It must be pretty old by now. That's like the early 2000 aughts, I guess, going between XP and Vista. So, very nice. Switch back over here. Oh, hey, sudo. Just doing a little meander around my over-interpretation of Dan's instructions in Mio Linux, where he said, make it your own. Took that a little too far and put his wonderful work on top of an Ubuntu base. The horror, which managed to update from 2110 to 2204 without too badly breaking my nice little open box setup. Well, Dan's nice little open box setup that I've stolen. Of course, the settings are pretty bizarre. I built it on top of a Ubuntu core base, so there's a ton of Ubuntu settings in here besides just the ones for OpenBox. So in case I didn't want to go hunting for them, I stuck them in a submenu as well. Whee! Hey, Michael. Welcome, welcome. Just dinking around my OpenBox setup here a while. My Box Buntu 2204 now. Woo! It made it. Yeah. Well, I had, on this machine when I got it 4 years ago, I said, I'm going to try Ubuntu for my main serious business partition. So, 1804 went on, and turns out that basically the most fun that I have with a Ubuntu is the OpenBox underpinnings. So why not cut out the middleman? So thanks to Dan's hard work on Mio Linux, I was able to get a head start on setting up my own just OpenBox Ubuntu. And since I'm kind of partial to things like Thunar and good old Mousepad, I figured Ubuntu Core is a good base, and then just stick OpenBox on, and when you're in light DM, pick which environment you want to start up in. This worked out very well. Quite convenient. So in the description, I noted a couple of things that I had to tweak after the upgrade went through from 2110 to 2204. Basically have to reinitialize something in Perl, and Mousepad has gone to this whatever the heck they call it. Doesn't matter. It's in the description. They got this weird thing where it does the window decorations from some mysterious place that you can't actually change them, and it's supposed to be a good thing for Gnome or somebody. I have no idea. So you end up with a title bar that looks like this, and when it loses focus, nothing changes. It doesn't look like it lost focus. I like having a difference between active and inactive windows. So I managed to Google around and find a fix for that as well. So, as somebody might say, I'm a happy bunny again. Enjoying my little toy Ubuntu. So, that's basically the gist of it. That, and I get to waste a little time while we all wait for English Bob to do his trucking stream today, assuming he stays on schedule. We can hope. So let's see. We went looking around that. We looked at my lovely XP vintage, or XP into Vista transition, I think was when they had this in some sample pack. So we got a Microsoft wallpaper for Jammy Jellyfish here. And there you go. And I did find that in reference to Steve's stream from Monday, where he was having no joy trying to get to NVENC, there is a way. Unfortunately, you need a properly compiled OpenBox and a properly compiled FFmpeg with like some kind of NVENC option turned on in FFmpeg. And then, well, when you can look at this menu, obviously it's not going to let me look at encoder while I'm actually encoding, but you end up with a couple other choices, an FFmpeg one, I think, and also dear old NVENC H264. But you definitely need a different than stock Debian FFmpeg to do that trick. So, oh well. Not my problem. I find the regular encoder works fine. So let's all just pop over here. And just do a little mindless trucking about. Because why not? All right. So that's the situation. A little bit of tech and a little bit of time wasting. Woohoo! So let's see. Do I want to change trucks? That's an idea. What do I have available here? The usual rubbish. But it won't cost much, you see. That's the bargain we're going to strike up. And nothing special. Let's see, we get that oddball there. Get that little one. Yeah, let's stand pat for the moment. What the heck? Jobby type market. Him say. Hey. Ah, the flat pack of OBS. Yeah. Oh, I mentioned in a comment under Monday's EB stream that yeah, this is way out of my pay grade. But yep, the flat pack of OBS has it. But you still, I don't know, does that also have the FFmpeg included with it? One would think so, being a happy little encapsulated package. That's a clever idea. Tell Steve, because with my marginally useful hardware, I find that just letting the processor do the encoding works fine. Let's see. Ooh, contaminated material. Ooh. Seems to be a theme here, either forest products or toxics. And peas grow there. Ooh, that looks like fun. Yeah, I'll take something modest here. Yeah, that'll do. Take the shortest one. Alright, let's see. Oops. Didn't check. Do I have time to get to it? Ka-chunk. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Always pays to make sure before you end up disappointed. Whee! Just out of curiosity. Just checking the forbidden zone here a minute. I should probably have some lights on. Nope, this looks like it goes out to nowhere. Oh well, never mind. Oh, that's interesting though. It does get us rather close. And then not. All right. Fly! Into the light of the dark black night. Okay. Ka-chunk. Hey, Craig. Welcome, welcome. Just playing on my little pet Ubuntu here with open box interface. Alright, so last minute check here. Anything more tempting? Ooh, that's nice. But nah, we'll stick with the lumber. Take this job and ship it. Let's see, do we have a better color? Not really. Well, yeah, let's just get a task at a green and yellow basket. Confirm. Take it away. Oh. That's a bit on the nose. Reboot time for sudo reboot. Wait, what? Excellent. Okay. Your trailer is around here somewhere. So sort of back and around. That is weird. Oh, okay. Must be behind this corrugated metal doohickey. Sometimes I get confused trying to translate the map in my head. Whoops. Well, of course it's facing the other way after I backed up all that. Whoops. Bam! Crash! Boom! That sounded good. All right. Let's pivot. Oops. It's got a bit of a dead end feeling to it. Exit. Stage left. All right. Jiminy crickets. Nobody saw that. Whee! In case you hadn't figured out by now, this is definitely a silly profile. Inquiring minds want to know. Whee! Oh, whang, crash, boom. Ah! Latest AHS MX21.1 supports your RX 6700 XT card. You now have force feedback support on the G29 without having to alter any settings. Very nice. Yeah, a few weeks back, Ghosty commented that MX21 is trying to be all things to all people, and my reaction is, yeah, okay. As I've mentioned before, I used to run on this little laptop two different Ubuntus, one for serious business and the other one for a gaming partition. And when I was looking to upgrade from 1804, I suddenly realized that my modest little Playtime MX partition could do all those jobs. Just have, separate login IDs for the two different functional groups. Since they, whoops, excuse me, chopper one, whee. Since they, access different data sets and have their own instances of Thunderbird, different email accounts between the Sirius and the Playtime. Yeah, you can hold still there a minute while I go by. Good boy. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, like I say, they just, or as Ghosty says, they try to be everything for everybody, and they're doing a pretty darn good job of it. Whoops. Bad move, neighbor. Jiminy crickets. Could end up steering by guardrail here in a second. Oh. Whee! Yep, definitely silly season profile. Right. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, on cabin right you shall see Nuremberg. Egads, is that like a wind whistle noise? Pretty spiffy if that's so. That could be, yeah. That could very well be, yeah. Yeah, so now for my little toy Ubuntu here, for retained for sentimentality's sake, since I've had an Ubuntu of one type or another for 13, 14 years now. Ta-da! Right here. Sure, why not? Yeah, so now that I've successfully gone from 2110 to 2204, and hopefully left myself enough clues for the next one, I may try to do like the Ubuntu version of a rolling release, where every 6 months or so, you flip it onto the new one. Am I at all lined up, or where am I? Who's on first? Oh, yeah, I guess I was, sort of. Oh, me of little faith. Eh? Come on, Bubba. Attaboy. Gentle, gentle. Too far. Just a little lag on the control there. A little too much horse pressure under the hood. I don't think he's going to buy it. But he might. But he won't. But he will. Okay. Oh, stop beeping. I'll take it. Tain't pretty, but it'll do. Not really, no. What I basically did was steal the open box setup that Mio Linux has. Basically, plagiarized Dan's hard work. Basically, a matter of installing OpenBox. Let's see, obmenu-generator. Probably a couple other things, like you want obconf to do settings and stuff. Whoops. Hey. There we go. Shift tab. Shh. Quiet music. Quiet. So. Yeah, because configuration. I believe that's obconf. Yes, that is obconf. So you can do nice stuff, like figure out what fonts and theme and so forth you want. Plus, it's pretty messy. It would be. I got all kinds of gibberish stuff in my .themes here, because I keep editing them to get the exact color that I want and so forth. I was thinking that I would like to have a portable version of this, but I couldn't figure out a good way to get a bootable from USB system the way I can with MX. So I was thinking of pulling the same trick, since I'm starting from a Ubuntu core base to get Thunar and Mousepad and a few other things. So if I do build one that's bootable off the USB, then MX I definitely have a way to make a distributable. Oh, you can be quiet there, music. I don't need. And now the mood music for the narration. So absolutely should be pretty easy. Basically, like I say, installed a copy of Dan's stuff, fiddled with it for a while, got used to how he did it, and then just started loading pieces parts into an xfce install and gradually getting it so that LightDM would boot up OpenBox instead of Ubuntu or xfce. As I say, if you look at the description here, I wrote notes for myself for the next time I go through the transition. And the biggest thing is, you go get obmenu-generator, the guy that gives you the nice little dynamic right click, where he just picks up everything that's installed on your system for this middle part here. I got that off of the the GitHub. You just Google for that, and it's pretty easy. And again, imitated the way Dan set up obmenu-generator, and there you go. But if I do put this on a MX, I'll let you know, because MX does provide a nice, easy way to make a pretend ISO that you can send off to a friend. Yeah, well, OpenBox is actually quite stable. I don't think it's had much changes. Let me get to the desktop here. Desktop. Let's see, system. Synaptic. So let's make sure that's up to and including. Come on. Come on. There's quite a bit in the old Ubuntu repos in there. So OpenBox. How old is it? It is quite stable. 3.6.1-10. Yeah, if you have an MX handy, you can do the comparison. I suspect there's not really a lot different here. And you wouldn't have that immediate stupidity in Mousepad. Although I guess they don't include that by default in MX, do they? They give you FeatherPad instead for your text editor. Ooh, that's an idea. Do I have FeatherPad? I don't think I installed that on here. Yeah. QT. Don't care. Don't have much QT stuff loaded on this guy yet, so I'll just leave it be. Okay. Yep, okay. Back to the toy here. Yeah. So yeah, it would seem like it would be a nice system for portable. Okay. Yep, now I've forgotten already. Attention span of a goldfish here. Let's see, do I have a screen fetch or anything? Probably not. My ill-advised... There it is. Easier to remember which one I have installed. Don't suppose this tells me what OpenBox I'm running. Nope. No, it does not. System. So yeah, there you go. That is not significantly different as far as I can tell. Boy, I don't know. Sounds dodgy as heck. Good job, notifications. Well, that explains why I was sitting here, lecturing to the wind for the first half hour or so. So if anybody's curious about what I wanted to talk about regarding Box Buntu, it's in that first half hour when I was basically talking to the walls. And a little bit in the description, so too long, didn't sit and listen to. You can just read the description. So yeah, that's definitely worth trying out. I'll have to, let's see. Yeah, if I boot off of an MX USB stick, I should be able to customize it, referring to the files that I've got set up over here on Buntu. Good idea. So, all right. Flippin'. Change session again. Ding. All right, continue. Already even yet. Anything around Nuremberg? We got computer processors. We have due south. Anything eastish? No. How long is that? And what time have I got? 11-ish my local time. Yeah, it should be time to do that and get off the dang stream before EB starts up. Hopefully he arrives according to schedule. I think that was planned for about an hour from now. A little under. Okay, let's... pick up in Tremere. Woohoo! This is going to be Yellow Trailer Day here on the silly profile. Such respect for the traffic laws. It's positively inspiring. Whoosh! Alright, what do we got here? Out of my way, people. I don't even know where we're headed exactly. Oh well. Ah, Tremere, of course. Whee! Come on, come on. Forward, 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 forward. Sure, that looks fine. We need more chimney systems. Let's see if I'm guessing right here. Close enough. All right, straighten out. Ooh, little gray intersections. Oh well. Whoosh. Precision driving. Well, I missed them both equally, which is not at all. Ooh, lovely. So is there any fun and games I can play with a map here? No, this looks pretty good, actually. Well, we shall see. Doggone it. What are you guys gawking at? Get going. Ooh. Now that is a cool invisible wall. Arcing around like that. Stay on target. Ah. Okay. Conkies? Wait, what? That seems odd. Is that you, Robert, or did someone post in your name? Ah, Crunch Bang. There we go. Yep, there's a... Whoa! I think I made that one D-Res. Yep, Crunch Bang is definitely a classic. Let's see, we should probably fuel up at one of these go-rounds, but not just yet. Swoosh. Yep, definitely seems less disappearance prone than 144 on this particular setup. Pretty little policemen in a row. Momentarily distracted looking at what OBS was doing. Swoosh. As we thread our way through, hopefully. Oops. Better get ready to dink over to the right here. Whee! Ah, what elegant steering, I tell you. So kind of them to provide course correction facilities built into the very highway. Bonk. Catch that Volvo trailer. Nope, I guess not. Ignore that Volvo trailer. All right, just hold course. Whee! It's all much the same as any other part of the stream, so it's not like you missed much. But welcome back. That's an interesting incantation. Type the version of OpenBox. Stream will reset to the beginning. Hey, just ask Pandora. Yeah. Nah, come on. Why should we do a reasonable explanation when magic is available? All right. See, where the heck are we? Yeah. Uh-oh. For Zebedee. And England. Whee! Up. Did we lose it? If you can't get out of any difficult situation, well, you could always do this. Let's see, where are we? Ah. Exactly where we meant to be. Only going the other direction. Well, you know. Yes, my work here is done. I have no idea where the caravan went. Probably back there somewhere. Oh! Ask and ye shall find. Seem to be doing a lot of that, leaving the tow vehicle stuck through the pavement lately. Oops. Hey, wait a minute. I think I've seen this part of the movie before. Mad King. Ha! I'll see your Mad King. Right now, no worries of that. Apart from when it ends up on its side. La la la, just a perfectly normal day. Driving through, I don't know, Switzerland maybe? Looks kind of Switzerland-ish. Steering by rumble strip, as one does. Ooh, fuel. I think I'll feed the little beastie. Ooh. Yeah, got to. Had to be done. Mine! Oh, a little more, come on. Oh, I went too far. There we go. And the AI thinks, what should I do? Let me make a decision for you here. Oh, a handy crossover. I'll take it. Zurich. Ah. Still headed for Verona. Still got mountains appearing and disappearing. Ooh. Come on, turn, turn, turn. There we go. Swoosh. Quick map check before we get up to silly speeds again. Alright. So pretty much a non-straight run down to Verona. Okay. I don't think we're going to be doing too much of that 100-mile-an-hour stuff. That looks pretty good. Peg it at 75. Should have just cheated, but oh well. Depending on one's definition of skill. Hi, Vince. All right. Whee! Oh. Ooh, almost. Respawn, darn you. I had a cruise control set a while ago. Yep. It's just wonderful stuff. As long as it's tapping on a keyboard. Ooh, little yellow chevrons. Could this possibly mean? Not exactly. Yeah, I know, you're slow. Hey, Heather. Just enjoying a bit of silly driving on my little toy Ubuntu installation. Oh, I'm not doing too bad, Heather. Hope you're doing well. Like I say, taking the little toy Ubuntu out for a spin while we wait for EV's stream, which I think should start in another half hour-ish. We shall see. Which is about the time I have to vacate the premises and take care of feeding the dogs their midday snack. Whoops, sorry, blue car. So, it all works out. Hey, steering by guardrail, I tell you. And another blue car. Whoops. Whoa. Dodged a bullet there. Didn't dodge that one. Well, it was almost enough mayhem. And the vultures are circling. All right. Well, a little bit of this. We sort of pointed in the right direction. Let's find out. Yep, there's a mess behind me. I must be going the right way. Let's see. Did we have a... I think we did have a cruise control setting. Hey, Don. Welcome, welcome. Nope. 75 is definitely excessive for this highway. Unsafe at any speed, but... yeah. Take the racing line here. Oops. Pardon me, coming through. Excuse me.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah, I don't know. You get into one little chain reaction and the truck just completely loses it. I don't know. So. Ooh, we're getting close already even yet. Let's see, gonna need... Gonna need the right lane here. We'll take the Zebedee Boss Memorial Highway. Alright. We can scrape a little speed off here. Okie dokies. That's cool. I swear they're doing like... there goes my phone. Let's see what vital missive we got here. Thank you, text messaging. Ah, okay. Updates on the automobile. Need brakes. Rotors are bad. Oh well. They do seem to eat them around here. Hey, lasagna. There's a thought. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be getting out of the way in a little bit so that the decks are clear when Eves shows up in another, what is that, half an hour? Yeah. But also gotta do lunchtime snacks for the canine contingent. Ooh, cool. Yeah, he does. He does like doing like a fully loaded holiday dinner sort of setup on his truck simulators. Being on marginal hardware, I tend to try to keep it as light as possible. All right. Well, it seems to be running pretty good. Getting solid 50s. Uh-oh, more news. Probably won't be good. Sorry, blue cars. I gotta go get parked here. Ooh, La Postbed. Why am I not surprised? Alright, what kind of choices we got? This one is... oh, well. Dang, if you're just gonna leave low-hanging fruit like that. Whoosh. Okay. Ka-chunk. Oops. So, no idea how they're going to unload it through that wall of pallets or whatever on this end of the dock, but not my problem. All right. Line them up. Ta-da! The entire ATS map 1-to-1 scale. Yep. Yeah, well, it's getting to be 4 years old there, Vince, so, you know. And it's only a 1050 equivalent or something. So as they keep, adding, ooh, new extra goodie type stuff. Oh, great. More load from SCS. Thanks, guys. Fortunately, they let you dial most of that stuff back, but... okay. Oh, no. I think I'm going to have to call it quits about here. It's getting too exciting on the old cell phone. What him say now? Oh, well. Only take you about a week, real time. Yep, I'm definitely going to have to fight with the phone a while here. Okay, well, I thank you kind folks for stopping in, and remember to stay tuned to YouTube. Upcoming programs include EV doing who knows what. So, Thank you, kind folks, for dropping in, and we will see you at the next available opportunity. Probably in the chat on EV's stream. Ta-ta for now and all that kind of good stuff. We shall see you. One of these. Oop, there goes the music. Stop the music! All right. And bye-bye. Bye-bye now.